Takes a healthy swing at that one as well. Pisa, strike one. Or, excuse me, strike two. Pitch is high, ball one. And for the Longhorns, they played a lot of softball to get to this point as they dropped a loss to Beaver their first game and then have made their way up through the one-loss bracket. Shot out to center field. Oh, it's a home run! I finally have a home run on my field. Lacey Long, leadoff batter for the Longhorns, just gives it a ride. One-run lead, Lacey Long with the dinger.
Yeah, awesome center field home run.
Wow.
Lacey Long.
You know, home runs are awesome, even when there's nobody on base.
It's true. It's still a home run.
Home run regardless. That is the first home run on any of the games I've called this tournament, so I got a little excited.
Very excited. Very exciting for Altamont, starting off with the home run.
Up to bat now, number two, Presley Thacker. Presley is a freshman, batting .235 on the season. 16 home runs, 1 double, and 2 triples. And that's going to be a base hit as it just goes right into center field. Solid hit for the freshman.
Solid hit. Altamont coming out strong starting this game. Like you mentioned, Pepper, they played 2 games yesterday, defeating Wayne and Grand, and now they're playing in this loser bracket side, working their way back up into the state championship game.
This is only the 3rd game of this tournament for Enterprise, as that pitch casts the outside corner, strike one. Enterprise earlier this morning facing the number 1 seeded South Sevier Rams dropped a loss, so now looking to make their way up on the bottom side of that bracket. Wow, and in the other 2A game, a leadoff home run too, as San Juan hits a dinger over the fence.
Wow.
So craziness. Two home runs with your leadoff batters. Humphreys gets it to second. Can they turn the double? Not quite. But fielder's choice gets Thacker out at second. Meekum. Hadley Meekum gets a hit. And that brings up number 16, Hazley Bagley. Bagley is a freshman, batting .385 on the season. 5 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run. I believe that first one is a ball.
And Enterprise made their way through, beating Gunnison yesterday, but then losing to South Sevier and dropping them into this side of the bracket.
Pitch high. Ball to Bagley. The longest game in history is being played in 3A right now, Tyler.
They're still playing.
They are still playing.
Wow.
Ball outside. And it's a huge upset, too, as the number 1 seeded Grantsville Cowboys. Looks like they may drop a loss to the Emory Spartans, trailing by 3 runs with 1 out, bottom of the 7th. That's a pretty pitch. D-Reich.
That game started at 10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
2.5 hours so far.
Grantsville, wow, they cut the lead to 1, it looks like. Strike here for Bagley. Full count now, runner on first base, that's Meekum. Swings on that one, Humphreys will field it. Can they turn the double? No. But again, fielder's choice, as Meekum is out at second. And then not quite sure if something happened there, but Bagley just kind of trotted to second.
The umpire signaled for her to go to second.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
What happened? Pitcher 17, Kylie Crapo at bat. Pitch inside from Reber. Geez, Reber. I'm so sorry, Kinley. Reber. Ball 1. Hits on that one. What a snag by the third baseman. Throws it across. And that'll do it. But leadoff home run by Lacey Long gives Altamont a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the first.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning for Altamont. In the circle, number 17, Kylie Crapo. Behind the plate, number 19, Corinne Webb. At first base, number 1, Reagan Miles. At second base, number 5, Lacey Long. At third base, number 16, Hazley Bagley. Shortstop, number 3, Hadley Meekum. In left field, number 2, Presley Thacker. Right field, number 8, Kate Lindsay. And in right field, it's got to be number 4, Allie Widener. I am so sorry, Allie. Widner, I will get a pronunciation. In the box for Enterprise, leading off, number 2, the catcher, Nancy Platt. Crapo's pitch, outside and low, ball 1.
Congratulations to both teams on a well-fought victory. Emory, you will play Richfield right now. Grantsville, you play tomorrow. Or today at 3 o'clock.
Squares to bunt. What a beautiful bunt. Can she outrun the throw? She can. Wow, Nancy Platt lays down a beautiful bunt. Gets the wheels going. Base hit.
There's a reason she is your leadoff batter.
That was
She's
incredible.
Quick, very quick. Great bunt, quickness, gets her on base.
Up now for the Wolves, number 13, Taya Jones. Comes in, she tries to lay down a bunt. Doesn't get it, strike 1. Taya, a senior for this Enterprise Wolves team. Squares to bunt again, lays it down. Fielded by Crapo, gets her at first, but that advances Platt to second. Sacrifice bunt advances the runner, results in 1 out. Up now for Enterprise number 28, freshman Alexi Walker. Heavy hitter for the Wolves. Beautiful pitch by Crapo. Low and inside, strike 1. Swings on that one, going to be fielded by second baseman Lacey Long for out number 2.
Good read on the hit, just runs up and catches it.
Next up, cleanup hitter number 12, senior Kyla Humphreys, plays shortstop for the Wolves. Pitch comes in low, ball 1. On the other field, San Juan taking a early 2-0 lead over the Beavers. Top of the first. Swings on that one, goes foul, strike one. Crapo takes a sign from her coach. Nice solid hit to left field. That'll drop. This is going to score one. Stand-up double for Kyla Humphreys, and with that RBI, it knots it up at one.
Great hit right there, hitting grass. Stand-up double.
Up now for the Wolves, Kinley Reber. Pitch in. Off the end of her bat. Strike
two.
Strike two.
First pitch was a strike.
I'm so glad that you saw that. Count 0-2. How about that?
There you go.
Pitch outside, ball one. Pitch low and outside, ball two, count now 2-2. Ball popped up, caught by third baseman, and that'll get them out of the inning, but they knotted up at one, going into the top of the second.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. We are at batters 5, 6, and 7. No, I lied. 6, 7, and 8. How about that? Reagan Miles.
Your score is 1-1, top of the second.
Miles swings on that one for strike two. Swings on that one. She will go down swinging, drop third strike, but Platt tags her. So out number one to Miles brings up the catcher, number 19, Corinne Webb. Webb batting .292 on the season with 11 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. What a pitch. Outside corner, strike one. caught the outside corner again. Strike 2. Great pitching by
Great
Reber.
framing also.
You talked about the framing and Platt. You could see her on that outside corner getting ready to frame it.
Yep.
It's an art.
It is an art.
Swings on that one, goes foul. Stays alive with that 1-2 count. Pitch high, ball 2. Swings on that one, goes foul. She stays alive, still with that 2-2 count. Count now full. And she'll go down swinging, so two strikeouts in a row for Reber.
Great pitching, great ball placement at both of those
That brings
batters.
up number 9, Micaiah Olson. Olson, a freshman for the Longhorns, batting 152 on the season with 8 RBIs. Platt tried to frame that one just a smidge too high, ball 1. That one comes in, frames it beautifully, strike 1.
Outside corner framing.
Swings on that one off the end of her bat. Strike 2. Swings on that one right back to Reber. Reber will easily field that one and goes 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second, score tied at 1.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Welcome back to 2A state softball action. Bottom of the first inning. Enterprise holds Altamont 3 up, 3 down, and now we are at batter 6, 7, and 8. Number 7, Maddie Carter for the Wolves. Maddie's a sophomore for the Wolves. Pitch high and outside, ball 1. Going into the top of the second inning, San Juan with a 2-run lead over the Beavers. The winner of this game will face the winner of that game at 3 o'clock. So lots and lots of softball for the one-loss bracket teams who keep winning today. She holds on that one, doesn't swing, ball. And then the first semifinal game will be against 1 and 2 seeds, Duchesne and South Sevier at 3 o'clock. And Tyler, that should be a doozy of a game.
That'll be a really good game. We're looking forward to that one as well.
Hitters count. Crapo comes right at her. Inside corner, strike one. And she will get the first walk of the game as Carter takes her bag. Blah, blah. Carter gets on the bag, takes her base. That's what I meant to say.
There you go.
Takes her base. That'll bring up second baseman, number 10, Brynlyn Nilsson. Brynlyn also a sophomore for the Wolves. Squares to bunt, pops it up, almost caught, and it's going to be fair as it did touch the catcher's glove. So Nilsson will advance to first, moves Carter over to second. Nice hustle there by the catcher, Corinne Webb, just couldn't get there in time.
Good attempt at the ball there on the high bunt. She read it well, but again, what did Tavy say yesterday? The last person to catch those. I mean, she's the only one at that point, but
if you can have
avoid the catcher trying to catch fly balls, avoid it.
Taylene Platt up to bat now, and Enterprise going small ball style as she squares to bunt, goes back behind the catcher for strike one.
I know in the Altamont Grand game, there was a lot of small ball. Looks like it's turned into that in this game.
Squares to bunt again, pulls back, ball one. You know, in that bunt too by Nilsson, not a great bunt. You never want a bunt to go straight up, but made it work for her as catcher just could not keep it in her glove. Lays down another one, goes foul, so she's going to have to swing away on this next one. Although, Tyler, again, a bold strategy move. Do you try to bunt on 2 strikes?
I've seen it happen.
It goes foul, you're automatically out.
People, they have done it. Can you slap bunt, though?
Oh, yeah, you can slap it. And she catches her looking. Oh! Just a misread by the first baseman. She did get back to her bag, but had to tag her. Almost tags Nilsson out at first, but does not.
So strikeout, outside corner.
Strikeout, outside corner. Catches her looking.
The runner thought it was a drop third strike, made her attempt, but then the runner on first base had to backtrack.
Yep.
That's all happening.
All happens within like 3 seconds. Number 4, McKenna Jolly, a junior, pops one up. Foul ball, strike one. Ooh, what a pitch. Crowds are on the inside, strike two. Pitch in low. She continues to battle as count stays 1-2. Fouls that one off. That pitch comes in low, and the base runners advance. Both base runners taking advantage of the hesitation by the catcher for Altamont. Carter now on third. Nilsson on second. 2-2 count. Swings on that one, goes foul again. I'm reminded of one of my very favorite players, Tyler. I'm sure you remember her too, Abby Yardley.
Oh, yeah.
I swore one time she hit like 17 foul balls. It was insane.
Abby Yardley and Jacoy Christensen, I think, would have a lot of those at bats like that battle.
Full count now. 1 out. Runners at second and third for Enterprise. And she is going to catch her looking. Wow. That was a nasty pitch. I think that has barely caught the outside corner of the strike zone.
Great pitch placement.
Back to the top of the batting order, and this is Nancy Platt.
Nancy Platt.
Platt singled her first at bat. Pitch comes in, strike one. Gets her to swing on that one. End of the bat, strike two. You know, with these slap hitters, we've talked about it before, Tyler. Try to get the outside or the inside. To try to, slap hitting is so difficult with the timing in and of itself.
It's an art. It takes a lot of practice to be able to master that skill.
Timing is crazy. Nice placement by Crapo on the outside. Platt battling off the end of her bat. Count remains 0-2. Platt gets some encouragement from her coach. The official loading his pockets with some extra softballs, I think.
It's all the foul balls in the last batter.
Count 0-2. Crapo brings it in. Can it be fielded by the shortstop? It can, but she outruns the runner. And she did that the last time. She laid down a pretty bunt, just able to, on that right side of the box, get to first base, scores a run in the process.
Runners on the corners now.
Bringing up number 13, Taya Jones.
In right field, number 13, Taya Jones.
Two outs. Ooh. Nice thought by Altamont trying to tag the runner out at third, but third baseman sucking in, anticipating that bunt, just could not get back to the runner.
Good base running, knowing where the third baseman is.
Nice hard cut. Strong cut at the ball. Strike. Takes a cut at that one. Unable to be knocked down. Can she beat the throw? She does. And Altamont gets out of the inning, but not before allowing a run to be scored. So coming back to you here in just a second, top of the third inning.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back. We are at the top of the third inning and at batters 9, 1, and 2. Number 8, Kate Lindsay, center fielder, leading off for the Longhorns. Lindsay, a freshman, batting .353 on the season, 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a home run. Beautiful day for softball up at Spanish Fork. One of the best weekends of the year. If you love softball, this is the place to be. 2A and 3A softball going on all four fields. Weber fires one in, strike one.
It's definitely an exciting weekend that we look forward to every year.
Every single year. Weber tries to get her to chase a high one, doesn't do it, ball one. Swings on that one, gets it to Humphreys. Can she beat the throw? She cannot. And talk to me about the stretch from first baseman Taylin Platt.
That was an excellent stretch. She was about in the splits. I mean, I don't know if you can stretch that far.
Some of the stretches these girls do, keeping their foot on the bag, as demonstrated right there by Taylin. Just, wow, that's impressive.
Awesome. It's an awesome stretch.
Top of the order, Lacey Long takes a cut at it, swing, gets a piece of it, strike one. She was a leadoff batter, home run her last at bat. Lone run for the Longhorns. Back in the box. Doesn't take a cut at it, but catches the outside of that strike zone. Strike two.
She wanted to.
She thought about it.
She thought about it.
What a hard hit right into right center. So Long goes 2 for 2. Her first 2 at-bats. Easy to see why she is your leadoff batter for the Longhorns.
Yeah, great single up in the gap there and find some grass.
Only a sophomore too, so Long still got a lot of softball ahead of her. Presley Thacker now up to bat. Freshman. Pitch comes in, ball one. Pitch outside. And Platt behind the plate for Enterprise. She's proven she's got a gun for an arm, as evidenced by her throwing out a batter her last game against South Sevier. Nice healthy cut at that one. Strike one. Swings on that one. Will it stay fair? It will not. So count now 2-2. And again, goes high to right field. An effort made by Taya Jones, but from what we can see, she did not catch it. Otherwise, I think we've seen a lot of cheering.
I agree. I think.
And an out by the official.
And an out, correct.
Thacker continues to battle with that 2-2 count. Long on first, 1 out. And she will go down swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Reber.
That was a nasty pitch.
It was.
She was way ahead of it.
Heavy hitter number 3, Hadley Meekum.
Number 3, Hadley Meekum.
Gonna pop this one up. Can Brindlin get under it? She can, and that'll do it. Going into the bottom of the third, Enterprise leads 2-1.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Back to 2A state softball action, bottom of the third. Batters 3, 4, and 5 for Enterprise. Number 28, the freshman Alexi Walker, leading things off for the Wolves. Pitch comes in low and inside. Ball 1. Second pitch coming. That one just got away from Crapo, ball 2. Talk about nasty pitches. That was a nasty pitch too, just low and inside. Those are hard pitches to hit, but if you can get a good bat on them, they can go far.
That inside pitch, if you don't turn on it right, you're not swinging at all.
A little bit too low and outside. Count now 3-1.
Quick score update on field 4, San Juan and Beaver. San Juan leads 3-1.
Turns on that one, goes foul. Full count. The losers of this game and the San Juan Beaver game end their season. The winners go on to play one more game at 3 o'clock to see who plays the loser of South Sevier and Duchesne tomorrow morning in the second semifinal game. Hits to the shortstop, and Hadley Meekum just makes it look easy with a routine throw across the diamond to get her out at first.
Playing shortstop, number 12.
Kyla Humphreys doubled her last at bat. Looking to get on here her second at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Second pitch on the way. Off the end of her bat, strike 2, count now 0-2 for the senior. expect a change up here from Crapo. She does not. She just throws it right down the middle, and she flies out to Kate Lindsay, just right to her.
Yep, Kate Lindsay in center field. Good effort there. Just walked up, tracked it out, caught it.
Number 15, Kinley Weber.
Up now for Enterprise, their pitcher, Kinley Weber. On the right side of the batter's box. Nice hard hit. She'll single on this one. No, she's going to round first. Take a look, but nice hustle by right fielder. From the right fielder from Altamont. Allie Widner keeps her at first.
Good hustle by the right fielder,
Maddie Carter.
preventing the double.
Maddie Carter up now for the Wolves. She walked her last at bat. 2 outs. Bottom of 3. Beautiful pitch, strike 1.
Right down the pipe.
Inside, can they tag her out? They cannot. There was really nobody to cover the bag when that throw came from Webb.
Shortstop and second base kind of had to, they tracking it down. That's the shortstop's ball, right? That's,
right.
But she had to make her way to go get it. And just, yeah, no one there yet.
No one expecting it as Weber still second. And they're going to catch her looking as that pitch caught the outside corner. So 1 left on as Enterprise fails to score. Still with that 1-run lead going to the top of the 4th here on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning, and we are at batters 5, 6, and 7. The pitcher, Kylie Crapo. I am so not right. We are at batters 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5,
How
6.
about that? How about Hazley Bagley?
I figured you would figure it out.
I'll figure it out eventually. Bagley, a freshman for the Longhorns. She gets the bat on it, but wow, what a snag by Allie Widner for Enterprise. Nice, solid, hard hit, but just great defense as she catches it out of the air.
Yeah, that was a great hit. Good spot, too, a little bit almost in the gap there, but right fielder made it happen.
Now is the pitcher, 17, Kylie Crapo. Crapo gives that one for a ride.
Oh!
Catch and carry! Oh my gosh! That is crazy. That is the second time this tournament that I have seen center fielder for Enterprise, Macy Staley, rob home runs from girls over the center field fence.
Wow, that was an amazing play. And where she dove, you probably
Wow.
can't see this, that pole, that had to have hurt.
I hope she's okay. That was incredible.
That was
What a
incredible.
catch. What a catch by Macy Staley. Wow.
She played that really good.
She
just
did.
found the fence and just waited, caught it.
Rob's Crapo will have a home run. And that brings up number 1, Reagan Miles, first baseman for Altamont. Staley just a sophomore for Enterprise as well. What an outfielder. Pitch comes in outside. Ball 2. Swings on, it goes foul. Count now 2-2. Beaver cuts into the lead, 2-3 over bottom of the third as ball is popped up. Kyla Humphreys gets underneath it to get them out of the inning. So going to the bottom of the fourth, Enterprise still with that 1-run lead here on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Number 10.
Welcome back to 2A State softball action. Bottom of the fourth, we are up batter 7, 8, and 9. Second baseman, Brynlyn Nilsson. I am not, nope, we're at, we have 25. So we've got a substitution. Avery Barlow. Barlow for Nilsson. Nice slap hit, can she beat it? She cannot. So Barlow gets a nice slap hit, but thrown out at first for out number 1. Brings that first baseman, Taylin Platt. Not only is she an incredible softball player, but could be a gymnast as flexible as she is.
First base, number 11.
In the splits.
With the splits. Well, I know, I think with the seasons in some of these sports, like drill team and cheer and all those, there's a lot of these girls that do get to
participate in a lot.
Participate in both. So you never know. Maybe she is a dancer.
Pitch 2 comes in, ball 2. And that's what's so incredible for a lot of these athletes too, in small schools, and maybe even the bigger schools. But some of them, they never get a break all season. They play a fall sport, winter sport, spring sport, and sometimes like right now, softball and track. Can they do both? Platt takes a cut at that one. Strike 1. At Region 18 track on Wednesday. There's several. I saw several softball players that I know, or running track that I know play softball.
Yeah.
Platt takes a cut at that one. Strike 2.
It's a lot of fun. I know I grew up in a bigger school and went to high school in northern Utah, and
It was just one
you
sport,
just can't,
right?
you pick your thing.
Platt will go down swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Crapo. And that brings up McKenna Jolly for the Wolves.
Now batting doing the pitching, number 24, McKenna Jolly.
That's a pretty pitch. Oh, must have been low. Ball 1.
We can see the side to side, the up and down is tricky sometimes.
Jolly knew that was not the pitch for her. That one caught the outside corner. Strike 1. Inside corner, strike 2. So Crapo putting on a pitching clinic as she goes inside and outside.
Her ball placement is awesome.
And she'll catch her looking, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down, going into the top of the 5th inning. Altamont trails by 1.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. Catcher Corinne Webb up to bat. Pitch comes in high, ball 1. Swings on that one, will go up back behind the backstop. Strike 2. What am I talking about? Ball 1, strike 1.
Ball 1, strike 1.
And she will go down swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Reber. Brings up designated. Oh, what am I? You know what? I'm done. Like, I'm just not even going to keep
Strike
talking.
2.
Strike 2. What am I doing? Sorry, Corinne.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Well,
So then
I feel like I jinxed her.
You did jinx her. That still apologize.
I am truly sorry, Corinne.
She strikes out, but then not.
Hits it right back
Hits
to
it
Reber.
right to the pitcher.
So great play by Reber. No hesitation at all, just snags out of the air. Micaiah Olson up now. Did she go? Does not look like it. Ball 1. Yep, they checked with the outfield official. Ball 1. Outside, Platt tries to frame it, just a little too outside. Ball 2. Caught the corner on that one, strike one. Pitch comes in high. Count now 3-1. 1 out, no runners on. And she's gonna catch her. No, 2 strikes. 2 strikes, Tyler.
2 strikes. I actually was with you. I thought he was going to call the strikeout.
He kind of just holds his hand up. He doesn't do the fist.
Foul ball.
The count full now for Micaiah Olson. And the other field score update. Beaver ties it up 3-3. Looks like top of the 4th. And Olson will earn a walk on that one, advancing to first base. And that is the first walk of the game for Reber. Bringing up right fielder Kate Lindsay.
Now batting, playing center field, number 8, Kate Lindsay.
Which comes in low and outside, ball 1. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. Strike 1, ball 1. And she takes a cut at it, goes off the end of her bat. Strike 2. Ooh. Comes inside, ball 2. That's going to go right into left field, so base hit for Kate Lindsay. Advances Olson to second. Now back up to the top of the batting order, Lacey Long, and if you're Altamont, you are excited.
2 runners on. The runner in scoring position, 1 out.
Long led off with a home run, her first at bat. Single at her second. And there's a shot to left field. Oh, and it goes off the glove of the left fielder. And quickly relayed in. McKenna Jolly gets the ball in. So base is now loaded. Another hard shot to left field. And that brings up number 2, Presley Thacker.
That's just unfortunate for the left fielder. I think she was anticipating some other movement right on the bases. Is, ball first, then throw, but.
Thacker swings on the first pitch, strike 1, and I agree with you. Sometimes it's, you know what you want to do before you do it. And Jolly probably wanted to get him the ball in before runners could advance. Beautiful placement inside, strike 2. Only 1 out, bases loaded. Swings on a hard one. Can they turn a double? No, but they do get the runner at home. So nice heads-up play by Taylin Platt at first base. Rather than going to her bag, gets the runner out at home.
Very good awareness of the runners. That's a learned over the years thing of, okay, bases are loaded. Where are we going? Where's the play? And great awareness to make a play at home for the out.
Heavy hitter for the Altamont Longhorns, number 3, Hadley Meekum. She's 0 for 2. Huge opportunity here for Altamont to tie it up or take the lead. 2 outs. Swings on that one, and Brynlyn Nielsen just snags it out of the air. Wow, what a play by Brynlyn Nielsen. Gets Enterprise out of the jam, holds them to no runs. And here we go, the bottom of the 5th inning on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Bottom of the 5th inning, top the batting order for Enterprise. Number 2, Nancy Platt. Fly ball going to be caught by second baseman Lacey Long for out number 1. These two teams, this is the first time these two teams have met up this season. As Altamont and Enterprise, two completely different ends of the state. Number 13, Taya Jones, up to bat. Shot out to left field, snagged out of the air by Presley Thacker. So two hits, 2 outs. Brings it up to batter number 28, Alexi Walker. Walker 0 for 2 this game. Looking to start something off for the Wolves. Beautiful pitch and framing. Outside corner, strike 1. Second pitch coming in. Ball 1, strike 1. Pitch comes in inside off the feet of catcher, but no runners on, so it doesn't matter.
Nope. Nobody can advance yet.
So count now 2-1 for Walker. Ooh, low, 3-1. As a batter, you're excited for a opportunity like this. You know a pitch is coming your way. 3-1. Swings on it, goes foul. Full count now. Swings on that one. Can they get to it? They can't. Right up the middle. So base hit for Alexi Walker. She has a solid hit right up the middle. Brings up the shortstop, number 12, Kyla Humphreys. Humphreys is 1 for 2 this contest. Crapo fires it in. Low and inside, ball 1. Timeout on the field. Loose balls on the field, looks like, from foul balls. Nice hit to right field. It's going to drop. Base hit. Walker is going to advance to third base. So base hit by Humphreys advances Walker to third. And a little bit of a two-out rally starting here for Enterprise.
Good base hit by the batter.
Kyla Humphreys.
Kyla Humphreys. I was just going to say that. She's getting things going here with the two-out rally. You had mentioned that. I didn't want to jinx it, but she's getting things going.
Yeah, Reber says, please don't jinx it.
Yeah, I just jinxed it for you, so I apologize. But
Reber 1 for 1 this game. Squares to bunt. Pulls back. And not a great throw down to third. But the third baseman, Mika, may be able to keep it from going to the outfield. Humphreys advances to second. So runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Goes off the end of her bat, strike one for Reber. Again, off the end of her bat, as Crapo is just placing those pitches on the outside of the strike zone.
making her chase a few.
Little 2 outside, ball 1. Webb keeping Walker at third base. High and outside, ball 2.
That's the same pitch that she's been chasing, so Crapo's knows she'll chase a couple of those here and there.
Got her to chase that one too, but fouls off the end of her bat. Hit to the shortstop. Can she beat the throw? She cannot. So Altamont gets out of a predicament on that one, holding Enterprise to no runs. Going into the top of the 6th, Enterprise leads 2-1 here at Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. Hadley Bagley for Altamont leading off for the Longhorns. First pitch comes in, ball 1. Hard hit into right center. She's rounding. Can she beat the throw? She slides and can. So double for Hazley Bagley, starting things off for the Longhorns.
Great double. Great hit out there to the outfield.
What's with the Karate Kid crane thing that all these
like
girls are doing?
I don't know. They're all doing it.
I know.
I saw it in the 3A games too.
I'm not hip enough to know what that means.
We'll have to find out. You'll have to ask your kids.
Great bow. Flies out to Humphreys, shortstop, for out number 1. Brings up Reagan Miles. She's 0 for 2 this contest. Swings on that one. That's going to be a base hit. Will she go to second? She will not. So base hit for Miles. Advances Bagley to third. That brings up the catcher, number 19, Corinne Webb. Runner advances. That's Miles advances to second. It's count 1-0 for Webb. Pitch is high and outside for ball 2. Webb ahead of the count. No outs. Runners on second and third. Go ahead run on second. We're at the top of the 6th. She lays down a bunt. What a beautiful bunt. Almost tags her out at third base. And that bunt results in Webb making it to first base. Bases loaded now. 1 out. And Micaiah Olson up to bat. Olson walked her last at bat. Thrown out at first her first at bat. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Olson. Altamont was in this same predicament last inning, bases loaded, unable to get a run in. Pitch outside, nice snag by Nancy Platt, ball 1.
Shortstop tying her shoe.
Outside pitch, ball 2. Weber trying to get her to chase. That's a hit, and this is going to score at least 1. Base hit. And, they are going to get her out at second. But they're also going to score a run on the chaos. And with that out, Altamont's going to go ahead by 1 run, just with some chaotic base running on the base paths.
So they didn't. So
did they not call her out?
She slid under the tag.
Wow. Crazy. So Bagley Paisley crosses. Bagley scores. Miles scores. And then we have Webb at second and Olson at first.
So you should have how many scores? 2?
2.
So they go up by 1 run?
They go up by 1 run. And Enterprise wants to talk about it. We'll take a break and be back.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
In the fast-paced world we live in, every second counts. Whether it's staying productive in your home office or enjoying entertainment with no buffering. With CentraWave from Centricom, experience ultra-fast, next-generation, reliable internet that keeps your whole family connected. CentraWave by Centricom. Fast, reliable, everywhere. Get connected today. Visit www.centricom.com/CentraWave or call 1-800-427-8449.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back. Pitching change for the Enterprise Wolves junior Miley Platt in the circle now. And at bat for Altamont, number 8, Kate Lindsay, the center fielder. Count 0-2 for Lindsay. 1 out, runners at first and second for the Longhorns. Outside pitch, ball 1. Top of the 6th inning. Altamont up by 1 run, 3-2. Ball is popped up. Platt tries to get to it, just can't. And Lindsay just kind of with a half-hearted swing on that one.
It was a reach and just kind of half swing.
Count remains 1-2. Make that 2-2. And she will go down swinging. Platt comes in, strikes out her first batter for out number 2. Now back at the top of the batting order, Lacey Long. Long has had a phenomenal offensive game.
Lacey Long.
Led off with a home run. 3 for 3 this contest. Ball fouls off the end of her bat. Strike 1. Shot to center field. Can she get to it? She cannot. This will score 1. Stand up double for Lacey Long. And if there is a hero for Altamont today for batting, it's Long.
Definitely Lacey Long with a nice center field gap. Hit some grass. Stand up double, scoring 1 more run.
3 runs scored here for Altamont in the top of the 6th inning. Olson on third, Long on second. Brings up Presley Thacker. Pitch outside, ball one.
Left field, number 2, Haley Thacker.
Low and in the dirt, ball two. Count 2-0 to Thacker. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Swings on that one, strike one. Platt takes the signal. Fires in, gets her to chase a high outside one, strike two. Platt trying to get Enterprise out of the inning. Count 2-2, 2 outs, base runners on second and third. Wow, catches are looking, what a placement on that inside corner, and that'll do it. But Altamont doing some significant damage, scoring 3 runs in the top of the 6th, up by 2, going into the bottom of the 6th here at Centricom TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Welcome back, bottom of the 6th inning, and we are at batters 6, 7, and 8. Maddie Carter up to bat, leading off for Enterprise. She's 0 for 2 this contest. Crapo in the circle for Altamont. High pitch, ball one. Second pitch comes in, beautiful pitch, strike one. Count 1-1. Swings on that one, strike two, and wow, she was swinging for the fences on that one, Tyler.
That was out of her shoes.
That bat smacked her in the back. Count 1-2. 2-2 now. Swings on that one. Will it fall in the gap? It will not, as Lacey Long just gets under it. Lacey Long just having a phenomenal game, Tyler.
I was just going to say that. Stole the words right out of my mouth.
So Maddie Carter flies out to second base. And number 21, I believe this is Avery Barlow. No, Miley Platt. Miley Platt up to bat. This is Platt's first appearance at bat this game. Swings on that one to the left fielder, and it's going to hit the fence as the left fielder was just playing too far in.
Too shallow.
And right over her head.
Took that first step forward and realized it was over her head, and by the time she reacted, it was too late.
We're going to get a speed up runner for Platt, see who comes in to run for her. Miley Platt coming in to pitch, and then her first at bat singles to get things going for Enterprise. And we're going to have number 23, Maisie Madden, coming to run for Platt. On the other field, still knotted up at 3. So going into this top of the 6th inning, knotted up at 3, San Juan and Beaver. What's that, Mel? 16? Addison Adams. So Addison Adams looks like we're going to have at bat. Addison's first at bat this contest. So first pitch to Adams is a ball. Gets a piece of that one, strike 1. Count 1-1 to Adams. Make that 2-0 now. Sorry, it's 2-1 for Adams. 1 out, runner on first. She gets it on that one and just unable to knock it down. Meekum does stop it from going into the outfield, but she will advance.
That was an extremely hard hit.
Yeah.
Right at her. She just, in her reaction, hit off the ball of her hand in the mitt.
Now we have another substitution, number 30, Mackenzie Muir, hitting for McKenna Jolly. So Mackenzie. As Altamont talks and we get the substitution, we're going to take a break and be back in just a minute.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Welcome back. Another substitution. Mackenzie Muir, the freshman, batting for the Wolves in the number 9 slot. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Tying run on first. First pitch comes in low. Ball 1. That pitch is high, ball 2. Bottom of the 6th inning, Enterprise trails by 2. 1 out. Base runners on first and second. That pitch comes in. Can she beat the throw? She can. It's an errant throw, but she is going to stay at third base. So the batter now up in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. And we go from a 3-force out to a 1-force out with the advancement of those runners to second and third.
That was a good track down by the catcher to, go find the ball. I think if she would have been ready, there may have been an out there.
And now Mackenzie Muir will take her base. Bases loaded. And at the top of the batting order, number 2, Platt. We're going to see another substitution for a runner. Number 24, McKenna Jolly will come back in and run for Mackenzie Muir.
Number 2, Nancy Platt.
So Enterprise in good shape with 1 out, trailing by 2, top of the order, bases loaded. If you're Nancy Platt, are you feeling pressure, Tyler?
There's a lot of pressure. This is kind of this is the ideal spot to be in, this batter. 1 out.
Mm-hmm. Bases loaded.
Bases loaded. It's
Not
like,
2
okay,
outs.
it's not 2 outs. You're okay. We've still got some. She can make things happen, as can the next person if there's 2 outs. It really is, but.
I mostly feel for Nancy's parents.
Yeah.
As a parent of a softball player, that's just, you're wrecked. Pitch comes in and catches that outside corner, strike 1.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Pitch number 2 on the way. Swings at it to the pitcher. Can she get her at first? She can, but she does score a run as the runner for Platt comes across the plate, advances runners to third and second for out number 2.
Good recovery by Crapo. She kind of fell down to one knee, on both knees, and then made the throw.
You could see she was trying to get, she wanted to get it home, but just her angle and with the recovery trying to get up. Smart heads-up play by the senior.
Number 13, Taya Jones.
Number 2 batter, 13, Taya Jones. She fouls it off the end of her bat, strike 1. Second pitch coming from Crapo. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Ball 2. I lied. Ball 1, strike 1. Count 1-1. Wow, what a shot right down the third baseline. Went foul, but that ball had some heat on it.
That's one that rolls to the fence when it's in line.
So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Base runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. And there's a shot. Will it go foul? It does. So hit out to right field. Goes a foul of the first baseline. And Jones stays alive in the box. Pitch comes in low, ball 2. Two and 2 the count, 2 outs. And count is now full. And ideally for Enterprise, a walk here, bases loaded. Your number 3 batter.
Puts them in a good spot for sure.
Goes foul as Crapo comes right at Jones. Jones way ahead of that one.
Full count.
Who's going to win the battle on this one? This is going to score a run unless they can get the tag, and they cannot. So a pass ball results in whoever's running for, I think it's Adams actually, crosses the plate. Jolly gets to third. Jones advances to first. Runners on the corners. Knotted up at 4. 2 outs, and Enterprise with a 2-out rally. Walker had a huge at bat, her last at bat. Nice hit. Swings on that one, goes foul, strike 1. Score update on the other field. Beaver and San Juan still tied at 3. Top of the 6th inning. And another pass pitch. Will it result in a run? It does. So 2 errors on passed pitches gives Enterprise a 1-run lead. Advances Jones to second. And Enterprise just taking advantage of the errors from Altamont.
Yep, they're unable to make that. With that pass ball, they can't get it from the catcher to the pitcher while she's trying to cover.
So 3 runs scored by Enterprise this inning. 2 on pass balls. Going to be popped up. Can the catcher get it? She can. Gets him out of the inning, but not before Enterprise causes some serious damage. Altamont will have to score at least 1 run to stay alive. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of this one. Back in a minute on TeamHype.live, Centricom, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning. And Hadley Meekum is thrown out at first. So Enterprise 2 outs away from advancing in this state tournament. Number 16, Hazley Bagley, up to bat now for the Longhorns.
Third base, number 16, Hadley Bagley.
Pitching coming in low, ball one. Second pitch comes in, strike one. Hit to second base, Brynlin Nielsen cleanly fields it, throws her out at first base. Enterprise now 1 out away from advancing to play the winner of Beaver and San Juan. San Juan just went ahead, top of the 6th inning. And that brings up the pitcher, number 17, Kylie Crapo. Crapo, base hit as she hits it into left field. Swings on the first pitch, solid hit into left.
Great hit. Finding some grass and getting a nice single, getting things started off for Altamont. 2 outs. Enterprise 1 out away.
Huge 2-out rally from Enterprise last inning. Can Altamont match it? They need 1 run to force it into the bottom of the 7th. 2 to go ahead. As Miles swings on that first pitch, strike one. Second pitch coming. Swings on that one as well. Strike two. Miley Platt brought in the 6th inning, has her team 1 out away from advancing. Crapo trying to keep Altamont in it. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball one. And she goes down swinging. That'll do it. Enterprise eliminates Altamont. And Altamont has just fought their way back after dropping a loss in the first game yesterday. Congratulations on a phenomenal season, Altamont. And congratulations to the Enterprise Wolves as they will advance to play at 3 o'clock against the winner of San Juan and Beaver at 3 o'clock. And we'll catch you for all the rest of the games on TeamHive.live, Centricom, and KSL Sports.